Okay. This is the only time I've actually done 3 takes to try and get this working right, but the connection was weird and I don't know what happened. But here we are. We're learning all about how to cut watermelon and what it's so good for. And basically, I also, I thought maybe people would laugh at my suggestion of doing how to cut a watermelon. But I think it's actually going to be really helpful for people because I think that watermelon is super delicious, but usually like whenever I see people cutting it and whenever I used to cut it, it would just make like a huge mess everywhere. And like I'd cut it in like weird pieces and like, I don't know, it was just like not super simple, which is how I like things to be. First, I just want to give a little intro. So hi, for those of you who are new or don't know, I'm Shayna Kamen, and this is my group, and I love everyone in it, and I'm so glad you're here. And, pardon. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Batya. Hey, Leia. I'm so glad you guys are here. Say hi. Say where you're from. If I didn't say hi to you, then say where you're from, because sometimes it doesn't pop up. But I'm a strategic nutritionist, which means that I teach my clients and all of you how to use food as medicine, which I think is really awesome because you're all eating every day anyways. And so, you're able to be in thriving health just by strategizing what you're doing already. So I think that a lot of healing modalities are fantastic. Like I think acupuncture is great. Massage is great. There's a lot of things that I'm very supportive of. But I, of course, am very, lean towards always addressing the food first because you're eating anyways. And so like you can just have that work for you. Sorry, there's something in my throat. Anyway, so I teach people how to use food as medicine to balance their hormones. So you're able to, any kind of hormonal issues, whether that's PMS or PCOS or PPD or fertility issues, but also all the things that are related to that, like indigestion and heartburn and weight gain. We're able to address all those things like very effectively, believe it or not, extremely effectively. And it's all very simple and easy and delicious, of course, because no one wants to eat yucky food, including me, so I'm never going to tell you to eat something that's not awesome. That being said, I wanted to share that because I think it's really helpful to have context of why it's maybe worth listening to what I have to say, even though I'm only talking about watermelon right now. But anyways, I think watermelon's great, especially during the summer. A lot of times you'll see people like walking around with like ice pops and it's like so refreshing, but like watermelon's also really refreshing and not terrible for you. It's actually really good for you. And I wasn't going to talk about this, but you can actually like slice it. I'll show you the way we're going to cut it today. You can actually like freeze those and then like use them as like little popsicles. Like you don't have to like juice it. You just can like stick it right in the freezer like that. And it's awesome little popsicles. So there's like a separate additional hack, no charge. Hey, Michal, I haven't seen you in so long in here. Okay, so we're going to cut up the watermelon right now. I'm going to prop you guys up in your little spot. Please ask questions if you have any. Okay, so I'll tell you the truth, is that right now, I already have a watermelon cut in half because we ate some already. But the first thing I would just tell you to do is just cut it in half. So you can pretend that this is my watermelon and I just cut it in half. I just stick the knife in like that and then cut it, flip it, cut it. Maybe you're laughing because you're like, that's so obvious, Shayna. But I don't know. I think for a lot of people it's not. I see people struggling cutting watermelon and it's a chaval. Let me grab the bowl. Okay. So this is my little bowl we're going to serve in. You guys ready for this? Okay. So we're going to flip it over on the side like that. So you can see. Can you see? I think you can. Flip it over like that. And then we're going to cut it off. Cut off the rind like this. And if you've done this part before, don't be judgmental. Because that's not nice. Don't be unimpressed, because I still think it's really awesome. If you don't want the pieces so big, I'll show you another thing you could do. But I still think this is really awesome. Way better than any other way I've ever done it. So I also want to say watermelon is really full of electrolytes. So like when you're super thirsty after working out or nursing, or both, and you drink a ton of water, and even after you drink a ton of water, you just like really have to pee, but you're still super thirsty, like you feel like you can't absorb the water well enough. That's because in order to absorb the water into our body, we actually need it with the vitamins and minerals and electrolytes. Like electrolytes are like potassium and sodium. And back in the day when we would drink water, it was out of a well, right? Like anyone familiar with like biblical stories, like water from the well, right? So water that comes from deep in the earth has vitamins and minerals and electrolytes in it. And so it's very, very powerfully thirst quenching. But our water, like from the tap or from water bottles, generally does not have those things. And that's one of the reasons why you can like drink till the cows come home and like pee constantly, but still feel really thirsty. So a couple things that will help with that is like if you add a little lemon to your water or put in a couple, like a pinch of like good quality salt, like Himalayan pink salt or like Celtic sea salt's also really good. But watermelon also has all those things, and that's one of the reasons why you crave it and you love it, especially during a hot summer. Anyways, okay, so here let me cut off that last piece. And look at that, gorgeous. Now we have this mountain. Now this is the coolest part, I think, okay? Don't mind my rinds over there. So now I'm gonna slice it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay, awesome. Like this, like a checkerboard. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, and over here, I turned it. You see how I turned it? So now I'm from the top. I'll pick up the phone so you can see. But from the top, I think you can see though. Let's see. Is one second. I also got a new water filter. I'm so excited. I'll tell you guys about that later too. Hold on. It's taken me years of research before I found one that I liked. Okay. Do you see that it's like little squares now? Now, this is, I think, one of the coolest parts I figured out here. How do we get it in the bowl without having it spill everywhere? That's a big question, right? Check this out. Do you see it on my cutting board? Still on my cutting board. Here we go. Putting the bowl on top. Check it. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Boom! How awesome is that? You guys can all send me your awards. You can send me an award later of how amazing that is. Okay, that wasn't the best flip in the world, I'll tell you the truth. It doesn't look as awesome as I was hoping. Sometimes it just like fits in perfectly. But nonetheless, that is so user-friendly. And you and your guests and your kids can just be like, oh, I just want a little piece. And you just take, oh, that one broke. But okay, I just want a little piece. You just take this out and you just eat it like that. And it's awesome. And you don't have like to like have the rinds all over the table. And you can also just like freeze these like in a bag. And then you have little popsicles on the go. So that's really awesome. I have to throw away these peels. I'll do that after we talk. 1 second.